Education and lifelong learning will be vital areas where the new information and communications technologies will have a major impact. The Robert Smythe School is a long-established former county grammar school with a great tradition.
Established 400 years ago by a local boy made good, the Robert Smythe School still beats with the heart of the mission of its benefactor, to prepare the young people of the Harbour area for life, work and lifelong learning. Recognising ICT's growing importance in the workplace and its significance in commerce and communications, the school has invested significant funds from central and local government, local sponsors and its own resources, extending its ICT facilities by 500% in the 18 months it has been a technology college, all with the aim of raising the standard of student achievement. As students use ICT in their learning, we believe that they grasp the potential of ICT for their own and society's future, as well as developing their own skills. The question for us is not just, where do you want to go today, but where will the young people of today need to go in the future? A question which spurs us on into the pioneering use of new educational technology and constantly challenges our skills as teachers and educators.
The East Midlands as a region has pledged to become pioneers in the application of information and communications technology. But because the region is a heterogeneous mix of diverse communities, technology has to be able to harness a rich variety of talents.
Hello, I'm Sue Otter. I live in North Kilworth and I'm the Head of Skills for the East Midlands Regional Development Agency. My responsibility is to look at skills issues for everyone who lives in the region. And I'm particularly concerned about people at work, and I'm particularly concerned that a lot of their skills don't actually match up to the requirements of the businesses they work in. There's quite a substantial skills deficit that affects 35-year-olds in work, and a lot of the skills deficit is to do with IT issues. A lot of it's to do with people not having access. A lot of it's concerned with people who are scared of getting into IT work. Lots of it's also people who see a computer as something that maybe is for more use for their children or more use for basic learning, and not as a tool that can help them work more effectively. And I'm very keen that we integrate IT into the Skills Action Plan, and we have the Skills Action Plan in a very IT conscious format on a mini CD-ROM, and also that EMDA's new skills strategy ties in with our regional IT strategy.
The technologies for publishing information have undergone rapid changes over recent years, making it increasingly affordable for local people to publish in many forms of media. One company with a strong commitment to local publishing in the Harbour district is Troubadour Publishing, who are based in Manor Walk.
It seems only natural that Troubadour Publishing should be involved within the Comknet project. Through our innovative publishing programme, we give local authors a way of reaching their community and beyond. But Troubadour is an international company in addition, which embraces the best of modern technology. Using a virtual office concept, we communicate with the world on a daily basis, acting as a focus for those developing the next generation of communications technologies. Here at Troubadour we also carry out work for a wide range of companies, large and small. Producing any sort of publication to a high standard is a complex and skilled process, and one which developments in technology is constantly changing. We can produce anything from a leaflet to a full-colour book, for clients who are just around the corner to those who are in the Far East or North America. Technology has and continues to revolutionise the publishing process, making quality publishing economical on a far smaller scale than ever before. Thomas Cook fully recognised the need for effective publicity to realise his dreams, and here at Troubadour we share that vision.
Local newspapers are at the heart of community life, serving an invaluable role in keeping local people up to date with news, events and information.
My name's David Granger. I'm the Deputy Editor of the Harbour Mail. It's a weekly paper that's been covering and reporting on South East Leicestershire and North Northamptonshire since 1854. We started out as the Market Harbour Advertiser and Midland Mail, rather large, cumbersome broadsheet, and through the years we've slimmed down slightly in page size, coming to the tabloid form, and we've changed our name as well with the Harborough Mail now, but the same values still apply. And since 1854 it's always been the same medium. It's been on paper, it's been from hot metal through to the latest desktop publishing, until last year when we developed the Harborough Mail website, Harborough Mail Online. It was a departure for a newspaper which is nearly 125 years old, and it was the first time we'd ever been produced on a new medium. What we do is we cut each week the 10 best stories from the newspaper and put them on the web. What we hope to do is to complement rather than compete with the newspaper, and offer perhaps a daily information service, so people see us still as the basics, as the centre of information for Market Harborough.
One of the Comnet consortium partners, the Leicester Mercury, has a vital role to play in using technology to strengthen the local community. Babita Ratur of the Mercury talks about the impact of technology on their business.
Access to information has shaped our past. The invention of the printing press was a turning point in history, not just in it providing information, but in driving improvements in literacy and education. Over the last century, radio broadcasting, the birth of television and the explosion of niche magazines brought choice and variety tailored to suit a myriad of interests. Leicestershire has led the way in many of these new information fields. One of the oldest surviving local newspapers exists in Rutland, and one of the first commercial radio stations was launched in the county. Underpinning this, our local newspapers enjoy a heritage of trust and community involvement that provides a firm foundation for the future, and what a future it promises to be. The internet has already grown exponentially the quantity of information that is accessible to anyone within reach of a PC modem. The penetration of touchscreen kiosks and mobile devices capable of providing relevant information wherever you are is set to explode. Rural communities that have so often been disadvantaged by communication links in the past can now compete on a level playing field with the most vibrant and prosperous urban areas across the world. We are limited only by our imagination. But in this brave new interactive world, it is reassuring to have some familiar points of reference. This is why our familiar media companies are determined to secure investment locally to ensure that the people we have served for over a century can secure a bright and prosperous future in the information society.
It isn't just people in Market Harborough who have a vision about technology being used to develop communities. For some time now, the government has been working on a policy to make information technology accessible to everyone in society.
Hello, my name is Alex Allen and I'm the government's e-envoy, and my role is to ensure that the new information and communications technologies are accessible to everyone in our society. And these are exciting times, times when you can order almost anything you want from any part of the world. But it's also easy to forget sometimes that we're all part of local communities, and that the quality of our lives and the services we enjoy depends crucially on our ability to attract and retain the wealth within the local economy. Projects like Harborough Comnet are designed to harness those skills and talents in the community to build its own social and economic wealth. And by making these new technologies widely accessible, you can create local jobs for local people. And by discovering the skills and talents of your neighbours, you can open up trading opportunities within the community. You can develop new commercial partnerships which will attract business from outside the community. The success of your project will depend on fostering this new community culture in which you best serve your own interests by developing the potential of all those around you, communicating, sharing, networking. And the webcast technology you're witnessing here is just one example of the way you can be part of a community building process. So I very much welcome this initiative to make the Harborough district the birthplace of a new communications revolution, very much in the spirit of one of your former inhabitants, Thomas Cook.
Throughout this video you will have seen and heard from many local people talking about how the internet revolution will transform their lives and businesses in the new millennium. The Comnet project is undoubtedly an ambitious one, but we hope that, like Thomas Cook in his day with the communications revolution of the 1840s, the Market Harborough will once play a part again in transforming the lives of people throughout the world.